The Burden of Silence. Part 1. In the small village called Makoeni, there was a young beautiful girl named Acheng. Acheng lived a quiet life with her mother, Mama Zawadi. At 23 years old, Acheng had never known a life beyond the rolling hills of their village. She was a shy girl, always obedient to her mother and careful of her reputation. Mama Zawadi had raised her alone after her father passed away years ago, and Acheng was all she had left. But beneath the surface of their calm, predictable life, Acheng carried a terrible secret. She was pregnant, and the father was not a young man from the village, but Kamande, a 45-year-old businessman. Kamande was wealthy and influential, known throughout the village for his generosity, but also for his family. He was married with 3 children, and his wife was highly respected in the community. It had started innocently enough. Kamande would often stop by Acheng's vegetable stall in the market, buying more than he needed and complimenting her beauty. He was charming, and his attention made her feel special. What began as flirtatious conversations soon turned into secret meetings in the quiet corners of the village, far from prying eyes. Acheng knew it was wrong, but she couldn't resist the attention and care Kamande offered. However, everything changed when she realized she was pregnant. Panic washed over her. She was unmarried, and carrying a married man's child would bring shame not only on her, but on her mother too, who had worked so hard to maintain their dignity. When Acheng told Kamande about the pregnancy, hoping he might help, his demeanor shifted completely. His kind words turned to cold dismissal. "You can't have this baby," he said harshly. "I have a family. You must get rid of it." He offered her some money, but no real support. Devastated and feeling abandoned, Acheng realized she was alone in this. She knew the village would not forgive her, and her mother would be heartbroken. So, in the dead of night, Acheng made the difficult decision to run away. She packed a small bag with her few belongings and left a note for her mother. "Mama, forgive me. I cannot stay. I will return one day, I promise." With nowhere to turn, Acheng headed for Nairobi, the big city she had only heard stories about. She hoped to find work and shelter, anything to help her survive the coming months. But the city was far from the opportunity she imagined. When she arrived in Nairobi, she was met with harsh reality. Without any family or friends, Acheng found herself homeless. She wandered the streets, looking for shelter, but with her pregnancy beginning to show, few were willing to help. She slept in bus stations and under bridges, clutching her stomach and praying for strength. The little money she had quickly ran out, and hunger gnawed at her daily. As the months passed, Acheng's pregnancy became more difficult. She had no access to medical care, and the long days of working and begging for food took a toll on her body. One evening, as she sat outside a busy market, her labor pains started. Alone and terrified, she screamed for help, but in the crowded streets of Nairobi, no one stopped to assist her. After hours of pain, a kind woman named Joyce, who had been passing by, saw Acheng's desperate state and rushed her to a small clinic. There, Acheng gave birth to a baby girl. Exhausted and overwhelmed, she cried as she held her daughter for the first time, a mix of love and sorrow washing over her. She named her baby Hope, for she believed that, despite everything, this child was her only chance at a new beginning.